crazy. Okay. I am in the wrong bathroom, but I had a hat on and my hair was long and I was quite petite. So I was like, ooh, what if I just put my hair in a ponytail and put it through the end of the hat and I'll look like a chick? And it worked. It absolutely. I washed my hands next to a girl. I was like, hey, how you doing?
My parents ended up, like I say, taking me to a doctor's appointment. I'm like, oh, what's the worst that's going to happen here and everything like that. And I didn't realize what happened until recently this year. What happened was, as a child, I ended up getting a prostate exam.
There's a lot of different walks of life there. I think it was good.
Yeah. Makes a good story.
You had like pure being around. You had like a scenario, and then and then somebody who was about to get in deep. That's
what I'm saying. There's a collective. There's just collective. Can we get a counter like ding, ding?
And that shouldn't be the noise. You know it shouldn't be the noise.
Chew. Yeah, I learned how to sneeze without the chew. Yeah, because you normally go hot chew, but like when you sneeze without the chew part, like you keep your eyes open, it's just like ah!
So,
what you in for?
What? Say that again. What?
what are you in for?
What are you in for? What you do? What you do to end up here in detention with the rest of us?
Wait, is that where we're at?
Oh, I think so.
I don't know.
I think we see what he did.
Do you see what happened?
I pants the headmaster.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah,
I knew it. What you do, Kubz? What you do?
I don't know. Something about the substitute professor. I don't know. He just said I was acting insubordinate and churlish, and I'm here.
No,
I don't know. I blacked out, and then I woke up here.
No.
Weird. I don't know.
What are you in for, Hans?
Oh, I asked like a bunch of students, is somebody gonna match my moist? Somebody gonna match my wet? Somebody gonna match my trip? How about you guys?
Yeah, that'll get you sent here, I guess.
Yeah. It's okay.
God.
It is what it is.
Oh my God.
How about you, Ira? What you do? Come on, man. Tell us.
Yeah, man. You know why none of the toilets are working right now?
Oh my God. You're the reason
Need
why.
I say more?
You put all your tampons down there?
That's crazy.
Dude.
How'd you guess that fast?
I
know things.
Mr. Seppi had me go get the plunger and get them all out, man. That was like what I was doing before I'm here. That's why I'm wet.
Gross.
That's why you're wet?
That's why I'm wet.
Because of tampon water? Or
I mean, it just tampons with toilet water.
Whew.
There you go.
Disgusting.
Well, welcome to detention. Hope you guys are all on your worst behavior.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, no, this is episode 5 of the seminar.
Hell yeah.
We are in detention.
Oh, shit. Oh, fudge.
How we got here? I have no idea.
I guess I'll introduce myself first because I'm on the top left. My name is Chrstn. You've seen me here before. Well, not in detention, but on the seminar. I'm a music and TFT streamer. And I'm going to throw it to Kubz.
Oh, well, thanks for the introduction. I'm Kubz. I'm a test streamer, resident historian for ZJU. I test stream. What that actually means. Yep. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Right there. Right on the nose. You got it. There you go. Yeah. So then I'm gonna toss it down to below me.
Is that
Ira.
me? Oh.
Hi, it's Ira. I do a little bit of the streaming of the musics, some guitar, and the games. Do a little the shooty shoots and sometimes the scary stuff.
Ooh.
And yeah, I'll pass it over to that's the right side. That
Yeah.
your Hans.
Yeah.
Well, what's up? What's up? My name is Hans, and I'm one half of Hans and Denise, a music duo that streams music and production. And then for myself, I sometimes stream like games. So nice to see you. Nice having you here. You should sit by me, not the other guys. It should be me,
Yeah, the wet one.
Get on
The wet one,
moist.
yeah.
the
He
wet
wants
one.
this the moisty one.
You want to be with me? You do. I know
His
you
eye
do.
contact is unreal right now.
Just look at.
Oh my
Just
God.
look at that.
Oh! Oh!
Oh,
Well, you can see why he's in detention.
I'm
oh my
dying.
God.
I'm actually
Um,
very, very moist right now. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say we were talking about what we did to get in here, but
Oh,
what is the dumbest thing you've ever done or witnessed?
hmm.
Hmm. So I gotta like dig through some repressed memories.
Yeah,
Everything's locked away.
All right, I'll open.
It was
I'll
that
open
dumb.
buried deep.
I think in
Oh.
when I
Oh,
was
okay.
younger, I was quite petite. I was quite thin. I was quite dainty, and my hair was long just because I liked it that way. Just as you see now, except a bit longer. And I was at a baseball game, and I was with a friend, and my friend was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go use the restroom," and I'm like, "All right, I don't need to go," and he's like, "Okay." Like 2 minutes creep by, I'm like, I needed to go. I need to go too. So I followed him, like a minute behind him, and I watched him go into the restroom, and I was like, oh, cool. I think that if I watched him go past a girl's restroom, and I was like, oh, cool. He went past that restroom. The next one over should be the boys' restroom. This is a baseball field, and I didn't know that the girls' restrooms and boys' restrooms had two entrances. So I was like, it is what it is. So I walked in and I sat, and I domain expansion shitstormed into the toilet. And then once I finished, I was like, ooh, time to go. And I looked down and I saw like rows of bags. And I was like, oh, men don't carry bags like that. And I saw like flats or like different styles of shoes. I'm like, ooh, none of those have laces. That's crazy. Okay. I am in the wrong bathroom, but I had a hat on and my hair was long and I was quite petite. So I was like, ooh, what if I just put my hair in a ponytail and put it through the end of the hat and I'll look like a chick? And it worked. I washed my hands next to a girl. I was like, hey, how you doing? I walked out, and my buddy was standing out there like, you went the whole way. You went the whole time in the restroom. You didn't just like go in and walk out. You did what you had to do in there. I was like, I was too far in. The domain had already expanded. The sphinx had already been opened.
Oh my god. The sphinx?
Had already opened.
It already opened, but it never closed.
It opened, it gets tired, it closes, but once it's open, it's really hard to just close it and be like, oh, I'm going to go walk farther and reopen the sphinx. It was such a ritual to get it open in the first place, bro. So
ritual?
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it. All right, you guys. Up to bat. Who's next?
I had a story, and I feel like that just I lost my train of thought.
Oh Lord!
It just derailed. Yeah, it just derailed him.
Oh, if we want to go school related, I have a story. It was something I witnessed.
Oh my God, I'm sweating like crazy.
We had in my freshman year, we had this English teacher, and he was like super jacked. And we did find out later on he was like a bodybuilder, and he was like pumping himself with steroids and shit.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah!
But so he was cool when we had him, but as we got older and like moved through the school, by the time we were juniors, we had heard he had become an absolute menace, like full on roid rage. Like this guy was just angry all the time. And one day, we had him as a sub, for our AP Lit class. And so our teacher the day before was like, "I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm assigning you this, letting you know ahead of time. If you want to read it at home and just chill out and do something else in class, I don't care. It's fine. I already told the sub, you guys don't really have to do anything. If you want to just do it as homework instead." And so we were like, okay, cool. So most of us, we sit down and we just do it anyway because we're like, I don't want to do homework. There's one kid sitting in the front who's like, I'm just going to do it at home. And so he's just sitting there, not doing anything. And our sub looks at him and he's like, "Why aren't you doing your work?" He was like, "Teacher said we didn't have to." And he was like, "Well, teacher's not here. I'm here, and I'm telling you to do the work." And he's like, just instantly into aggro mode. And the kid just sits there, doesn't do anything. He's like, she told us we don't have to do it, so I'm not doing it. And so as he talks back, the teacher gets even madder. And so now they're going back and forth, and the teacher's getting increasingly more aggro. And he goes to the kid, "Who the fuck do you think you are?" And he goes, "I'm insert name here."
Shit.
The whole time, everyone in the class is sitting there like, he's going to stop now, right? He's not going to keep pushing this teacher's buttons, right? But he just kept going. And when he said, "I'm insert name here," you could hear a pin drop. And I was in the back, and all of us in the back row looked at each other. And we were all doing our best not to fucking laugh. Because if we laughed, we were next. And so, before this teacher looked like he was going to go pick up the kid like out of the desk, one of them laughs. And you know, I'm not even going to get into the rest of it. It was a shit show from there. But yeah, I sat there and watched that happen. I was almost a part of it because I almost laughed.
Heck yeah. I like that. It was dope.
I just always feel like it's the word shit just has to do something with it. I don't know what it is, you know? No, it's like, you know, it's just like it's like literally not flaring in my head, but like I'm thinking about this now. Like,
Oh boy.
yeah, here we go. Yeah, you already know where
Here
this
we
is
go.
going. Yeah,
Hell
dumbest
yeah.
thing I've ever done has involved with shit. All right, well, fuck. This is oh man, I'm literally digging deep here, but dumbest thing I've ever done, and now that I'm thinking about it, my god, it is absolutely dumb. Because now I'm thinking I have to go back to like maybe when I was in like third or second grade, maybe even fourth. I don't know. I can't remember. It's somewhere during the elementary school years. And if you're familiar with like, Saturday morning cartoons, right? Like you wake up early, 7 a.m., yada yada yada. I think my particular show at the time that I woke up early for was Digimon. Digimon was on WB or something like that, WB Kids or something, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then they would play Pokemon, and then they would play Animaniacs, whatever that is.
Heck
Kudos
yeah.
to you guys in chat if you guys know what Animaniacs is. But at that time in the 90s, there was no such thing as a pause button. You can't pause it, schedule TV. So some of you Zoomers are fortunate to have streaming services where you can just pause. So keep that in mind, right? You can't pause anything. So I had this thing where I was a kid where I would rather shit myself than miss anything happen in a show of Digimon, right? So I mean, there was points where I was just like, I had this problem where I don't know if it was a problem, but like literally, yes, I've shit myself quite a few times as a kid. Not because there was actually a problem, because I neglected to actually go to the bathroom, because I would rather shit myself than miss a part of this episode because I can't pause. I'm like, oh my god, this is getting so good, and I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, it's like, oh my god, I can't tell if I'm squeezing out of excitement or squeezing because I'm trying to pitch in. But at the time too, as well, my parents were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you shitting yourself?" And I'm just like, I don't know what's wrong. I mean, like, what are you like? You keep shitting yourself. This is like the 5th pair of underwears that you've gone through this week. What is going on? So my parents thought that there was something actually wrong with me, right? And then they take me to like a doctor's appointment, and like my parents were like trying to interrogate me. They're like, why are you shitting yourself? And I was like, I don't know, because like I swear it's like when I fart, it just poops out, and then if I poop, it's just farting. I don't know what's wrong. And I'm just making bullshit up, like I say, no, I'm just bullshitting at this point, just making excuses. And so, my parents ended up, like I say, taking me to a doctor's appointment. I'm like, oh, what's the worst that's gonna happen here, and everything like that. And I didn't realize what happened until recently this year. What happened was, as a child, I ended up getting a prostate exam.
No,
because and this is how I realized it. Right, this is how I realized it. I was watching Impractical Jokester, where they had like I think it was Sal. Have you ever seen the episode where Sal ends up being the biggest loser, and they send him to a conference, and it was he had to get a prostate exam live. So, and one of the key words that he said there was, and the thing was just like, all right, you're gonna feel a little tickled. I got nothing but it's just some petroleum jelly. It rung in my head. That's what my doctor told me, and I was like, oh my god, I got a prostate exam as a child. And then I was just like, oh my god, all because I decided that there was no pause button. I rather shit myself. I shitted myself to where I got myself a prostate exam when I didn't need one. I was like, oh my god, what have I done?
For Digimon.
For Digimon, man.
Crazy.
You know how dope? I needed to know how War Greymon looked like. Right? Okay? I needed to know this. All right? I couldn't miss this pivotal moment of my life where Metal Greymon turns into War Greymon. All right? That shit was amazing.
It was.
It was shitworthy amazing. All right? And then there was Metal Garurumon. Oh my god. It was just, oh my god, dude.
Oh my.
Digimon booty examination.
I just remember the doctor just like, yeah, just let a petroleum jelly. He's gonna, let's say nothing else is going on. I just remember, and then I just like, I remember with like that whole entire like action, where sticking it where the sun don't shine. Now I'm just like, like that. It just like kind of like, he was like, and then she told my parents, just like, no, he's fine. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with him. And I was like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with me. No. But like I say, looking back at it now, yeah, that was probably the dumbest thing I've ever done. was
It's good to get it out when you're young. You know?
yeah. I just oh my god. Yeah. So that was I didn't realize till like this past year that I fucking got a prostate exam.
Yikes.
Oh my
All
god.
right.
Like I said, yeah, scheduled television, you can't pause it. You just absolutely can't. You can't, and yeah, there's reruns and everything, but who knew when that was gonna happen?
Exactly. No, I get you.
Yeah.
Nowadays we have like we just watch the whole thing binge style and be like, oh,
Yeah.
I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Zoomers don't know anything about that. I'm saying so. It's so.
That's.
Oh,
I like the
That is-
references though.
That was great. Yeah, no, it was like a throwback.
Yeah.
The one memory that I can bring up from all the repression pales in comparison to all your guys' stories. My goodness.
how
we'll be the-
shitty
we'll be
was
the-
it?
We'll be the judge of that. We'll be the judge of that.
And it was just the time when I learned what forgery was.
Ayo.
And it was simply because I didn't want to do my Spanish homework. And it was basically just me forging my mom's signature 30 times on, I think it was this either reading log or this practice log for Spanish class. I think it was in 3rd or 4th grade. Something about those years, I guess, that makes us do things. And I remember feeling like it was the worst punishment ever. Yeah, you know, sometimes us Asian households get the worst punishments growing up. I just remember having to sit in the corner kneeling on mung beans.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Mung beans.
Because I didn't want to do my Spanish homework, and I thought that copying her signature but doing it really, really cleanly would have passed, and my Spanish teacher wouldn't notice. So yeah, I got into a lot of trouble, but I didn't shit myself. Fortunately and unfortunately, I guess.
Did you feel like you could shit yourself?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
feel like as I got older, my parents were like, I call them like, yeah, I think I'm gonna get in trouble because I didn't get you to sign my thing, and they're just like, can't you just fake mine? Can you just forge my? You've seen me write my signature like a million times. I'm like, sure. I've got your blessing. He's like, I don't want to get a phone call from your teacher. Like, wasting my time. I know you read, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was the exact opposite. I did not want to tell my parents.
Fair enough.
So would you have rather like not told your parents or shit yourself?
Looking back, it was a good lesson, but I think I would have rather shit myself.
Yeah, they see sometimes the alternative,
The lesson
better
number 12.
alternative. Yeah, I'm telling you, sometimes the better alternative is just shitting yourself. Yeah, like say.
Oh my god.
Want to go home from work? Just shit
She's
yourself.
scared.
That's what I said. What are you gonna tell you? No.
You know, I asked my boss once. I was like, I literally walked up to him. This must have been like 5 or 6 years ago. I walk up to him and I go, hey, if I shit myself right now, you would have to let me go home, right? And he looked at me and he goes, nah. I was like, what? Oh, you just make me sit in it? He was like, yeah. I was like, shit, man. Like, I can't. Honestly, I should have tried it. I should have shat myself and seen if he would have actually made me sit there.
Should have
put red food coloring in it too. Put red food coloring in it and be like,
my
oh no, I guess it was bad.
I think I'm dying.
I think I'm not well.
I gotta go get a prostate exam.
No.
I gotta go get a prostate.
Exam.
Bro. And then put some on the front too.
What?
Be like, oh, I might need more than one exam.
There's not enough petroleum jelly at all.
Why is the petroleum jelly getting red? What's wrong with me?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
What the fuck?
Good enough. Good enough. That's good stuff.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Yeah, that was. It sounds like we have a collective shitty experience, guys.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
It just shit.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
No,
I don't know, man. That's.
I get it. It's cool. It's cool.
I
I think
feel
there was
I
like
got-
there's a lot of different walks of life there. I think it was good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes a good story. You know?
You had like pure shit being around shit. You had like a shit scenario, and then
Shit scenario.
and then somebody who was about to get in deep shit.
That's what I'm saying. There's a collective
Yeah.
shit, dude. There's just collective shit. Can we get a counter like shit? Ding, ding.
And that shouldn't be the noise. You know it shouldn't be the noise.
Dude.
What about like have you ever had like a bad food or drink experience? That was memorable enough for you to be like, ugh, that was gross.
Like as in, I think. What do you mean? Like, do you like food and drink? As in, like it just tasted bad, or like
It could be tasted bad or gave you like trauma, or somebody lost their mind and then you had to witness like what happened with it, or you just knew it was like spoiled and you like let them eat it anyway. Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. You got some.
So I got two things
Oh, go
straight
ahead.
off the bat. First, I was at a family party, and I was traumatized from this for a while. I ate a shit ton of Filipino spaghetti because you know that shit is amazing.
shit.
I don't know how much I ate, but that night I went to bed, and then I just know maybe 3 or 4 in the morning, I wake up to my mom frantically like shaking me and like wiping me down because I was throwing up in my sleep, just chunks of spaghetti.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's love.
what's
Well, yes, but I couldn't eat spaghetti for a good like 5 years after that.
no?
Oh,
5 years?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was it
So it was
spoiled
like
or
when-
like out too late? What was up with it?
Maybe I just ate too much of it. I don't know because nobody else got sick from the spaghetti. So I don't know. But yeah. Well, I could have died because I was just flat on my back, just throwing up. I didn't even I wasn't even like awake for it.
Bro, you got
That's
some
scary,
demons, man.
dog.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
kind of
my
scary.
goodness.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sucks. And
Was-
that's a
was-
great food too.
I know.
Was it like still like in noodle form, or was it
Some
like,
of
Oh,
it,
no.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you must have been
You
hungry
ate
that
it
day.
fast. You ate that
Yeah.
fast
Yeah,
for it to
yeah.
still be in noodle form coming out.
As BDG would say, chew your food.
Yeah.
He tells me that all the time.
Yeah, so like fucking yeah, I couldn't touch spaghetti for a good 5 years. But I can eat spaghetti now. I was like I must have been like 8 or 9. That was the age, man.
Oh man, this is the age.
You're
At least you weren't
unstoppable
young.
at 9.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the double-digit age.
So you can enjoy that as an adult.
Yeah.
Cause man, Filipino spaghetti.
Dude,
one
it's
of
so
the
good.
best foods.
It's so good.
Man, it threw me off trying Filipino spaghetti for the first time. I was
Because
like,
it's not what you expect.
Completely
no,
different.
I'm more like too used to the savory. Like my mom made it, just from like, typically as how they would do it. But then like trying to for the first time for like Filipino, I was just like, why is it sweet? I was
Yeah.
like, that's sugar? Like, what the fuck?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I can get used to this. I'm not used to it, but I can work with this. Yeah.
The hot dogs, dude. Mm.
Oh yeah,
part.
yeah, the hot dogs.
Best part.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And then what else did I try? I feel like I low-key got traumatized by it though. Not the spaghetti. The next thing I ate, I think it was it pork blood? I think it was.
Dinuguan.
Dinuguan, yeah, dude. I was like,
Oh.
I remember I was
It's my
eating
favorite Filipino food.
It's not
Really?
for
Oh,
everybody.
man. No,
It's not, but it's my
no.
favorite.
It's
I
like
remember
dark
eating it
pig
and-
blood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember eating it. I was like, oh damn, this is good. I was like, it tastes like chicken or something like that. And it was like, oh, it's pork blood. I was like, huh? What?
If nobody tells you, it actually tastes great.
That's what I say. I was like, you guys are better off not telling me.
Yeah.
I mean, like now I can eat it again, but just at that that immediate time, I was like, huh?
You're like, huh?
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 I think I might shit myself here.
The trick in Filipino families is like to tell your kids it's chocolate meat.
Yeah.
It works.
Oh,
The chocolate meat.
oh,
Yeah.
so would it be close to like mole? Like,
Yeah, I guess you could get away
I guess
with
you
that.
could. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
You could get away with it, I think.
Chocolate.
It's just because what it looks like. It's not like that. There's like any chocolate in it.
Yeah,
Right, yeah. You could believe it with how dark it tastes. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
You said you had 2 stores. What was your second one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Family party related as well. This didn't happen to me, but we had an uncle in the family kind of ghost. Where like his wife and kids would still come to the parties, but for like a good like 4 years, he just wouldn't show up. And we don't know. No one really knows what the tension was, but like he like didn't fuck with like the family and friends for a while. And then one day he just shows up at one of the parties. And my dad and his friends were like, yo, fuck this guy. And so the host had some really, really old rice that had gone bad. So he put it in a bowl and just dumped some sinigang on top of it and gave it to him.
Dude.
Fucked him up. And I knew he was in and out of the bathroom the entire party. Had no idea what was going on. Me and my mom and my dad leave, and my dad is cracking the fuck up in the car. And I'm like, what happened? What'd I miss? He was like, we gave your uncle some bad rice. That's why he was in the bathroom the whole night.
That's cool, but I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, it is what
I
it
guess
is.
he learned his lesson for ghosting.
Oh man.
You gotta have retribution to come back to the party. And like,
Mhm.
well, welcome home, but here's a little prank for you. This is what you've missed out on.
Yep.
What you guys? Got anything with food?
Drink?
I don't know about food, but drink. I don't know. I'm trying to think about drink where it's like, I don't know. What's the worst thing I drink? Spoiled milk? I don't know. That's about it. But then I'm like, oh, okay, maybe. I mean, there's quite a few times where I drink too much. I don't know if I consider it as a.
Oh yeah, we could. I mean, that could be a whole other.
Yeah,
That
that's
could be a whole
whole
podcast on
discussion.
its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
We
like
can go
there was a
into
time
it.
where I drank 2 pitchers of Mac and Jacks, and that was the dumbest thing ever. Well, no, that's not the dumbest thing. Clearly, that's not the dumbest thing I've ever done, but it wasn't a smart choice.
Wait, 2 pictures of what?
Mac and Jack. It's like it's not a lager.
Never had it.
It's an ale. Yeah, it's a dark ale. So yeah.
What's a percentage in the
pitchers?
thing?
Yeah, well, okay, so and like I say, I don't know if this is considered, a bad drink. Well, maybe the aftermath of it was, but so this is me, a couple of friends from like high school, or I mean after high school, and I remember we were just all at this usual dive bar that we used to go to, and we're all just hanging out. And I think it was one of my friends' birthday at the time. Ended up ordering a pitcher of Mac and Jack, like I say, and I ordered it for the table, and everyone's just having a good time, and nobody's really drinking it. I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just drink it myself then," and just kept pouring it for myself, and I kept drinking it. I was like, and the thing is, Mac and Jack, it's really smooth. it goes down really easy. There's no like, it's not like super hoppy or anything like that.
Mm.
And no, and now that I think about it, Mac and Jack, it's local to here, to Washington. Maybe that's why you haven't heard of it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely local. And I remember just drinking it. I was like, damn, this is easy. I was like, I don't feel anything at all. This ain't shit. So I got myself another pitcher because I was like, oh damn, I drank the whole pitcher by myself. Let me get another pitcher for the homies and everything like that. And and then one person had one glass and everything like that. And I just kept pouring stuff for myself. I was like, damn, this is really good. I was like, all right, this is cool. It's cool. It's fine. And then I ended up crashing at my friend's house, and I remember just feeling this heavy pit in my stomach, just feeling it. I was like,
Uh-oh.
something ain't right. And I was like, all right, let me just lay down. I'm gonna just lay down. I'm drunk, whatever. Like that. And then my friend goes into the bathroom, just taking off his contacts and, like getting ready for bed and everything like that. And I just felt something just surging. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And so I'm like, I just feel like surging. I was like, like that. And then next thing you know, I was like, fuck, I gotta go. Kick open the door. My friend's taking a shit.
Not again.
Not
He's
again.
taking a shit. I kid you not. He's taking a shit. I kick open the door and I'm spewing as I'm walking in. Like,
hell yeah.
Oh fuck.
he's like, what the fuck, man? I was like, I'm sorry. And then there's like literally just a streak of just like vomit on the ground. Oh my god, it was just like all the Mac and Jack I drank and everything like that. And so I was like, this is your guys' fault. You guys let me drink this all by myself.
Never again.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, legitimately. I think it was maybe, I want to say it was like 23 at the time, and I have not drank it since. Same goes for Fireball. I have not drank that ever since my experience with that too. As well.
You're not missing out.
No, absolutely not. Never again. Never. That's a whole nother story too, as well. Jesus.
Would you try Mac and Jack again?
In moderation, yeah,
Okay.
because it was good. It was good.
You make it sound
don't
good.
drink a whole pitcher to yourself. Just don't drink a
Two,
whole pitcher.
in fact.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way you drink, you made it sound really, really good.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, it just goes down easy, and it was just like, oh, this is really good.
Well, if we're talking about traumatizing drink experiences, me and Jaeger don't agree.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Anything with Jaeger. Uh-oh.
Yeah. My first experience with Jaeger was at a house party, and it was a really small one. We got like 2 handles, a bunch of Red Bull, and so that's all we were drinking that night. And I was a little heavy-handed with my pouring. So I think over the course of the night, I probably had 3/4 of a handle. After a certain point, we ran out of Red Bull,
Oh?
and so I was just drinking it. Yeah,
Just straight up Jaeger?
yeah,
Oh, dude, that's just straight up cough medicine at that point.
yeah. It was, well, except it didn't. At that point, I was so far gone that it didn't taste like anything to me. So, and I must have been like 20, 21 at the time.
Dude.
Yeah. So, I ended up throwing up a lot at this party. They gave me a waste basket, and I filled up like 3/4 of it. Just
Oh.
yeah. And all it smelled like was Jaeger.
Ugh.
And so that that smell got burnt into my nose. So ever since then, I haven't been able to stomach Jaeger. And so this leads into the story I was really going for.
No, that's a third one.
Yeah,
That's a third story.
my
setup.
23rd birthday. Right. So this actually can circle back to the dumbest thing I've ever done. as well.
Oh.
So this is a 2-in-1.
Oh boy.
Oh, twofer.
Yeah.
Twofer.
So on my 23rd, I got gifted an open bar at this place in New York City.
Oh, nice.
And it was like, if you bring like 20 plus people, you get a free bottle of champagne. So I rallied everybody I knew. I was like, we're going to this fucking open bar. And so me and it was a group of 6 of us. We pre-gamed.
Oh.
So we pull up to the first bar. I order a round of shots of tequila for the table. They put it down, and my friend turns and goes, "You're taking all of those." And I was like, "What?" Like, no, this is for all of us. She was like, "No, you're taking all 6." And everybody immediately goes, "Yeah, do it!" And I'm like, "All right, fine." So I did it. And so that's how the night starts. And we get pretty drunk at this first bar. Then we migrate to the second bar with the open bar. We collect our bottle of champagne, and then we go ham on the open bar. So late, it's probably like midnight, 1 o'clock at this point. I have had probably 10 beers, 7 mixed drinks, lost count of shots. So I'm gone. My friend turns and looks at me. He goes, "Yo, they're doing Jaeger bombs here." And I go, "I really don't want to do a Jaeger bomb. I'll do anything else." He was like, "I want to do a Jaeger bomb." I was like, "All right." Didn't take much convincing. And we're only 2 or 3 years removed from the incident at the house party. So I say, fuck it. Yeah, let's do it. I do the Jaeger bomb with him. And within 20 seconds, I'm like, I gotta go throw up. So go to the bathroom. And I thought I was going to make it to the toilet. Didn't. All over the floor.
Yep.
And
Yep.
It was one of those places that had an usher in the bathroom, with the napkins and shit.
Oh no.
And he was like, hey, whoa, what's going on in there? Because I was in the stall. And then he starts fucking just shooting napkins under the stall. He's like, clean that shit up.
I'm trying.
It'll be my job if you don't do it.
Oh my god.
So I clean it up. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I go wash my hands and then I just leave. I just left the party. All my friends are still in the bar. And I just stumble a couple blocks away and then I just keep throwing up more. And I ended up falling asleep on the street corner. I got woken up by 3 strangers at 3 different points in the night. Like, hey, do you need me to call you an Uber? And I was like, no. And then eventually I called an Uber. But yeah, that was the dumbest thing I've ever done. I literally slept on a New York street.
Oh.
None of my friends could find me because they didn't know where I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't answering my phone because I was asleep.
What'd you wake up the next day? Just right there?
I woke up in my bed.
Huh?
I, at some point in the night, called an Uber.
Oh my god.
I know it wasn't one of the strangers who did it because it was on my account. So I don't know how I did it, but I did it apparently. I have no recollection.
I miss my bed. I go now.
Yeah, I guess. So yeah. But yeah, Jaeger. Never get me Jaeger. I won't do it.
All right, that's crazy. That's crazy to how you wake up in the middle of the road and just after you're blacked out, oh, home, time to go. It's home time.
I don't remember doing it, but yeah, apparently.
What about you, Ira? What have you done with weird food or drinks or
weird food and drinks?
What experiences have you got?
Oh,
let's.
there's a drink one for sure. I know that one.
Oh, okay.
There's gotta be.
yeah,
There's
that,
gotta
that
be.
one was like in front of my mind, but I'm trying not to talk about that.
Bay Area slapper, baby.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, why not? We'll talk about that one. But first,
We don't have to. We don't have to.
we'll briefly mention that then. But okay, but first, so this is like back when Bobo was first like really blowing up in the United States. Was like what 15-ish years ago, I want to say, but I'm gonna ballpark it there. And I can't remember if this is like a local thing here in the Bay Area, but there's this place called T Pumps that was really, really popular back then. And at that age that I was at the time, I was discovering what milk tea and all that was. And I really enjoyed it, but I was really just a fan of plain milk tea. Specifically, black milk tea. One day, I had never tried tea pumps specifically before. I'd tried other milk tea boba shops, but not tea pumps. The most popular one in the Bay Area. One day, my parents are out and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna bring home some boba. We're gonna try tea pumps. What do you want?" I just say milk tea. Little did I know, they also make milk tea with green tea, and you have that option at tea pumps. So my parents didn't know to specify whether if it was black or green tea. And at tea pumps, they have a crap ton of different options. It's different now, but that's how it was back then. They bring the drink home, and this is my first time trying green milk tea, and it was the worst thing I'd ever tasted. It tasted like straight dish soap to me. Like, you know how some people think that cilantro tastes like soap? I tasted that green milk tea and it tasted like straight up soap to me. I had never been so disappointed in a beverage, but I didn't want to be disrespectful and waste the whole thing because they cut me like the biggest size.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
And it sucked. But yeah.
Homie drank 16 ounces of dish soap.
Easy for Ira. Got it.
But yeah, that was probably one of my worst drink experiences that wasn't alcohol. Fortunately,
All right.
for
Wasn't
myself.
alcohol, yeah.
I commend you for not like throwing up. Because we talked about throw up for the last few things. So I commend you.
Just you wait.
Oh no. It's too soon.
This was a pivotal moment. For me and ZJU. But so my first time meeting these two guys. Am I pointing in the right direction? Yeah.
Yeah.
The SF meetup back in, what was it, 2021?
Yeah, sounds about right.
The night of the SF meetup, we went out to
the battleground.
Was it called the
We went to battle. No, we went to
Arena.
Arena
SF.
Yeah.
We went to Arena SF, and my goodness, I had mixed alcohol before, but that night was a lesson that I will never forget. To never do that shit ever again. My God.
We can blame ZJ for that. I will say, because everyone likes to blame me for it because I picked the liquors, but he made me pick.
I don't blame anybody but myself, but
I would have drank whatever. He made me pick. That's all I'm saying.
So I meet him up at the Airbnb beforehand. Everybody else has already drank a bit pre-gaming. I gotta catch up, so I'm with Mark. I remember I'm with Mark for a little bit, and I take about 3 shots of Suntory. I remember specifically, it's 3 shots of Suntory at the house, and it doesn't start hitting me until we're on the Uber on the way there. And we're hanging out outside the club waiting for everybody to get there. We take 2 separate Ubers. And we get inside, we get up to our table, and it doesn't really start hitting until we start dancing. Because I'm not a dancer. You can see Kubz laughing. At least I'm not a dancer in public. So, at the club for the table, ZJ ordered a bottle of Suntory and what was it, Patron?
Yeah, Jose Cuervo. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
Cuervo, yeah.
No, it was
Oh, was
Patron.
it?
Yeah, it was
Okay,
Patron,
yeah.
So we had the Patron at the table. Through the night, we finished a bottle of Suntory. And I think sometime after that or during, that club sells or sold alcoholic boba.
Yeah.
At that point, that's when the mixing began. So I had Suntory, whatever the hell was in that alcoholic boba, which was actually really, really good. The boba,
Yeah, it was.
the
It'd be a shame if someone dropped it.
Be more of a shame someone dropped it twice.
real big shame dropping that boba twice. Yeah, the cocktail itself was really good. The tapioca in it was disgusting. But
Oh yeah, that was great. Yeah, it was like hard.
yeah,
Like-
it was not worth the tapioca, but the cocktail.
Yeah, I would have had just the drink.
So mixing pretty good at that point. We run out of Suntory. Everybody still wants to keep taking shots. I say fuck it. I'm pretty in at this point. I'm drunk. And I just want to keep going. Like, I'm dancing. Kubz can tell you. I'm doing what he calls the Bay Area slapper. And it's his favorite, dude. every time this night comes up in conversation.
I don't remember this. What? Can you demonstrate?
On the bed.
No, I can't. No,
On the
it's
bed.
On the bed.
It was
So we can see full view.
It was an IRA exclusive dance. Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
shit, this man he was getting low, like
Hey.
literally, he was like he was like gun down. And he was just like,
Oh, is that the?
and then
Oh.
he was just like that, and then he just, and then he starts slapping on the door. He goes,
Hey.
Yeah.
he starts going into that motion, and
This
then he
must have
starts
been when I
progressively
dropped
going
my
down.
boba.
It's yeah. I was like, oh my god, this man's killing it right now.
But yeah, we started taking shots of the Patron. And I think I had 1 shot of Patron before I started feeling like, something ain't right. I didn't stop there. I decided that I somehow remember this. I decided to take another shot of Patron. And this is back when I still vaped. I decided that, you know what, it's hot as fuck in here. I'm gonna go outside and get some air and smoke. So I went down the stairs. I went outside without my jacket, and I just wandered outside to go smoke by myself. And I was out there for the rest of the night. I didn't go back inside the club. And I just remember. Actually, I don't think I remember. This is all just recollections from everyone else. Chrstn and Ariel telling me, and Leaf telling me that they came out. Chrstn and Ariel came out to hang out for a little bit.
I wanted a dog, dude, because they had the cart right outside. I was hungry, so I was like, "Let's go outside. I'm getting myself a dog."
And then I'm just out there, just by myself, standing on the curb. And at some point, Leaf comes out, and there's this Mustang that drives by. This straight piped Mustang. That's apparently an important detail. And I was enthralled.
Yeah, he was mesmerized.
Mm-hmm.
I was hypnotized by this Mustang, and I damn well chased it into the street as it passed by. And Leaf chased me. He had to chase. It was you.
Leaf goes, "Hey, someone get Ira!" Because we were trying to coordinate Ubers. And so I whip around and I see you running into the middle of the street into oncoming traffic. And so I go run and pull you back.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
See, I don't even have the details.
Yeah. I remember, Leaf was like, just very commandingly goes, "Someone get Ira!" And I was like, huh?
Yeah, and that was the night that Chrstn saved my life.
Yeah.
And
At
now
some
we
point,
are
I
bonded.
I asked Ira, I was like, "Are you good?" Man started talking in Somalian, like The Sims.
I was
Are
speaking
you good?
Simlish.
Yeah, he was speaking Simlish. I was like, "Are you good?" What?
Say it again.
Okay, all right, you're good. Almost sounded like he started speaking with a Cajun accent too, as well.
Oh, woo, I'm about to make my name.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I just remember coming out and you were leaned on a barricade.
Yeah.
I made best friends.
You did.
With the
You were
barricade.
very attached to this barricade, and the security was like, "Oh, we gotta like move it now because like we're closed," and you didn't want to get off it, so I had to pry you off of the barricade. I was like, "You can hold on to me instead."
Aww.
Oh.
Oh man.
Ugh.
And apparently at some point I had thrown up onto the street.
Oh yeah.
Aww.
And
Yeah.
multiple times.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And by some miracle I did not get any of it onto my clothes.
Very impressive.
Because like I said, I do not remember any of that. I woke up at the Airbnb, bless all your hearts. I woke up at the Airbnb sitting straight up on the couch in my jacket, just fully clothed, like just I woke up sitting straight up.
Oh my god.
Like loading into a session of GTA.
Dude, I loaded into the Airbnb. I did not wake up. I loaded in. And
There is footage of this, by the way.
Oh.
yeah, there was footage of me sleeping.
Yeah, there's footage. Yeah. In my never to be seen vlog footage.
Gotta make a compilation one day.
Next thing you know, I was part of ZJU.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was a That was a crazy night.
Oh, man. No regrets.
Yeah, man.
No regrets, I actually. Yeah.
Just
Speaking
won't
of
mix
throwing up on the street, though. Oh yeah, don't do
Oh
that.
my lord.
There was a house party I went to in Harlem,
Oh my god.
and it was crazy because it was like there must have been like 60 people packed into this tiny like 2-bedroom apartment, and I'm walking through to try to get myself a drink, and I run into one of my classmates from my college, which is nowhere near the like area where this party was happening. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? And she was like, what the fuck are you doing here? But she has a bottle of vodka in her hand. It's full. She's like, oh, your cup's empty. And just pours straight vodka into my cup. Take it, right? As soon as I drink it, she's like, oh, you need a refill, and just pours more. And I'm like, yo, all right. And so this just kept happening. So I think I drank it was shitty. It was really bad vodka. I think she was just trying to get rid of it. I drank most of that bottle for her. And you know, I'm mixing drinks that night, and by the end of the night, I'm sitting in a corner of the apartment, just yakking into a plastic bag.
No.
Right. And I remember, I vividly remember this, like in the middle of my blackout. This guy walks by that I don't know, and he looks at me as I'm holding this bag of throw up, and he goes, "Are those your belongings in there?" And I was like, "Not really, but yes." And then I throw up, and he just walks away. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Couple of the other clips I remember from that time period was my friend had just gotten home from a backpacking trip in Europe, and she had a bunch of souvenirs for me. And her apartment was like 2 blocks away, and she was like, "You got to come back to my apartment so I can give you your souvenirs." I'm like this, and I was like, "I don't think I can make it there." Eventually, my friends usher me outside. We catch an Uber. They shove me in. We take it, and we go to my friend's dorm, his college dorm. As soon as we step out of the Uber, there's like a post like with a street sign. I walk over to it, grab the post, take my stance, and I just start throwing up for a good like minute straight. Just right there holding the post. And I swear to you, to this day, because this was in the middle of summer, that shit got baked into the concrete.
Oh my lord.
To this day, if you go to that street corner, you can see an imprint in the concrete. So I made my mark on the world.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving away
This was like 10 years ago.
moving away from like vomit. What about like work stories? Do you guys have like work horror stories? You guys have very different jobs. You guys have some like crazy stuff? Hit me.
Yes, but I don't know if it's super out of pocket though. I don't know.
Fuck it, dude.
What's the worst that could happen? We've been talking about vomit for like a half an hour.
We've been talking about shit and vomit the entire podcast.
For half an hour.
We've been live for an hour.
Somebody else
way.
can go first, yeah. Like I said, I do have one story, but then I'm like, I might want to stay away from that, to be honest.
Okay, you know what? Last time you were like, this might be out of pocket, and I said, do it, and then we got the Wolverine foreskin bit. So yeah, maybe.
How bad is it?
Probably Wolverine foreskin bit. Yeah, like that level.
That level?
That level.
All
yeah.
right.
We should probably, I'll think of something else.
Okay. You guys got anything?
We'll save it for the uncensored episode.
Patreon content.
The Patreon content. Yeah.
Film it on the side.
Yeah.
Mine are nursing horror stories that I'd rather not share.
Okay.
All right.
I worked at a pharmacy for almost 7 years, and I don't even know where to begin. I had these two like bosses that were literally the two worst people I've ever met in my life, like the worst human beings imaginable. I have so many fucking stories. Circle back to me. I gotta think.
All right. I got a few just until you guys come up with stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess the first one would be like, I work in a hotel, and like the tamest one that I have is like, I came in one day through the front door, and there's a drunk guy came up to me, and he was like, asking where like the elevators were. He was very close to them, so you know he made a good effort. But I have long hair, and I don't think I was as petite and demure anymore. I think I was out of that phase. But he was like, started flirting with me.
Oh.
And then he went like kind of a little bit aggressive, and he like grabbed my face and he pulled me close, and he was like, "Oh." He was like, "Oh, hey man, like,
What the fuck?
I just need to get. I'm really drunk and I'm kind of high. I'm not into dudes. I'm really not. You're really good looking. I'm really not. I need to get back to my room." And I'm like, "Oh, that's okay. Just walk that way." And as he goes, I look to my left, and there's a security guard. I'm like, "Were you gonna help me?" I was like, "Huh? What the heck? How long are we gonna let that interaction go on for, brother? Help a brother out. What the heck?" That's a very tame one. That's a very tame one.
Holy shit.
I have a very, very, very sweet coworker. His name is we'll just call him E, because that's what we call him. And he was a very sweet guy. Old. He's like 62, and he talk like this, you know. You know, we put him as Watto from Star Wars in our phone. That's like the photo that we used for him when he would like message or call us, and we would like, "Oh, is this guy? Oh my god, what are you guys doing?" So he would. That was like the way that he spoke to us, and so. One day, me and my coworker, it's like 1:15 outside, and they're like, "Oh, you guys got to set up a stage outside, 2 speakers and some stuff, and then whatever they ask for extras." And as I'm going out with my friend, who's like, "I want to do this. This is so hot outside." As we get there, I get a call from a manager. He's like, "Hey Hans, you need PTO tomorrow, right?" I'm like, "Yes, yeah, I gave it to you 2 weeks ago." He's like, "Oh, bro, I forgot." You know. It would be like absolutely cool if you could go to this room that I did not prepare for anyone to do tomorrow and just do it. And then we won't have any issues. So my friend who's already like frustrated with working outside in the 1:15 heat is like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, I got a thing to do. So I leave. E comes in usually at around like the nighttime, like 2 to 10. And I was definitely from the state of the situation. We were in at 6, and we are like, we're going to be here past like 4. It's going to be like an OT kind of day. So I was cool with that. And I get a call because E should have been in for at least an hour and a half by now from my coworker. And he says, "Where the heck is E, man? I'm dying in this 1:15 heat by myself. I need help." And I'm like, "I'm almost done. I don't know where E is. I swear I saw him heading your way. I'll call management." And as I hang up, management calls me and says, "Hey, so E just had an accident." And I'm like, "What happened?" Well, the facilities was cleaning the windows or like the doors. So the doors are like full glass. They just have like a handle. And it's like a Windex commercial, bro, where the birds like fly in and hit it just because they think it's so clean. He walked into it and cut his head so bad that he started bleeding and needed stitches. And they're like, "Oh my gosh." He's like, "Oh my God, Tommy, I'm bleeding. I need to go to hospital. I need stitches. And then he went up to our manager and he was like, I'm bleeding. I need to go on medical. And they were like, oh, we really don't want to. And they mentioned him like, oh, if you need to go on medical, I need to do a drug test on you. And he's like, oh, don't worry, never mind. I go figure it out. Man drived 30 minutes to get to a hospital, got stitches, drove back, and came into the room that I was working in. And like, I am alive. And I'm like, where have you been? Like, so-and-so's dying out there. You want to go help him? I'm like, no, it's hot out there. I'll finish this room. You go out there. he is the one of the funniest characters I've ever met in my life. And I was, while it was a pain to work with him, he made some great stories. So I was very happy, like, in that portion of my life, witnessing Ian, his full idiocracy. It was definitely a pivotal point of what I don't want to become as I get old. All right, what do you guys got?
Okay, so I know I mentioned my two bosses from the depths of hell, but I actually have a story from work from that place that doesn't involve them. Well, actually, it involves one of them, kind of. But so that same guy that I walked up to, where I was like, "Hey, if I shit myself right now, right?" He's involved in this story too. So we had this employee who she was very unreliable, but also like she had a lot of shit going on in her life. We'll call her. I'm gonna make up a name. Caitlin. She at some point we knew she may or may not have been suicidal.
Oh, okay.
And then one day she was talking about like, well, she was like just frustrated from work. And she was like, I'm just going to go fucking lay down in the street. And like that guy overheard her say that. So now he's like, oh, she's going to do it. He comes over to the computer and he like pulls up the browser and there was like, he saw a search about like someone jumping off a bridge. So now he's like, oh shit, you know, she's going to do it. So he calls one of the bosses. He's like, hey, I think Caitlin's going to like try to off herself. And so this was after she had left work. The boss was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send the cops to do like a welfare check on her at her home. And so she tells him, hey, can you pull up her info so we know where to send them? So he gives it to the boss. She calls the police and sends them to the address to do a welfare check. Police show up, bang on the door. You know, they open and they are about to take her away. Like, bring her to like a hospital, right? You know, whole time saying like, oh, we have word that you are probably going to kill yourself, blah, 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 right? And she's like, no, I'm not. Whole fight ensues, like with like between them. Eventually, they call my boss back and they're like, hey, you sent us to the wrong address. Turns out this guy went in our computer system, found not a Caitlin, but a Carolyn with the same last name. And used her info. This was one of our patients.
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Yep.
So somebody got fired.
Oh no.
He didn't get fired. I don't know how.
Crazy. Oh
was like, I almost feel like it's like a HIPAA violation.
It was.
Oh, it
Yes.
was?
Yes.
Oh my god. How did you not get fired from that?
How?
I don't know.
Holy shit,
How
dude.
were there no consequences?
The intention was there. That's about it.
That's
I don't know how the fuck that slid, but it slid. Eventually they figured out her address and sent the cops there, and she ended up going into rehab.
Oh.
But yeah,
You could sue the hospital, right? Right? Or you
The-
could sue.
the pharmacy,
No.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%, yeah.
Should have.
Yeah, no, I honestly she should have, but she didn't.
Damn. Except for life.
How nice of her.
Except for life.
She could have had a quick Mayday.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. Wait a minute. You say who gave my address?
Huh?
Who did? Okay. Good to know. All right.
Yeah,
I'm quitting my job tomorrow.
that place
Wow.
was an
Yeah.
absolute shit show. It was the worst experience of my life.
My God.
And that's the house paid off.
That's yeah.
What you guys? Work
I don't know,
horror
man.
stories?
I'm trying to think. No, I don't know about horror stories or anything like that. Well,
Anything
like I
funny?
said, I do have horror stories, but like I say, I don't know. That might be for the like super uncensored episode.
All right.
But no. I'm trying to think. Like I think I used to work at a Starbucks, and so
Okay.
I mean, if you ever worked at a Starbucks, there's a lot of shit that goes on there. All kinds of different types of shenanigans, all walks of life and everything like that. And I remember I was working the bar, or I was working the drive-thru, but I wasn't in the drive-thru. There was different ones. So I was working in the drive-thru section, but I wasn't in the window, like handing off and everything like that. And my coworker that was in the window, her name was what was her name? Oh, we'll just go with Ashley. Ashley was in the window, and she's like, Ashley's not the brightest person out there. She has a sweetheart, like really kind person, just not a single thought in her brain, sometimes, so
Much like myself.
yeah, right. So I remember there was that like the person, they asked for like a bagel, and she was trying to hand out the bagel, and the customer, I mean, she was kind of rude too as well, but she was like, I asked for this toasted flat, like they wanted it, toasted flat side down in the oven, not like toasted upwards, but like when you open up the bagel, you put it like, so it's like crispier on the
Mhm.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she said, I wanted it toasted flat, and so Ashley just looks at her, she's like, she just squeezes it and presses it. She's like the customer's like, are you serious? And I looked at Ashley, I was like, are you serious? She's like, she wanted it toasted flat, so I flattened the bread. I was like, I don't think that's what she meant.
It is what it is.
Yo,
I like paused things I'm doing. I got milk splurting out everywhere. I'm like, oh fuck, dude. Because I was like, wait, did you really just do that? Like, wait a minute. I just like, and then she just grabbed it and just drove off. Which was like, I thought she wanted it flat. I was like, not like that. No, that's not how that works. Like, how did she want it? I was like, I think she wanted to toast like bun down, whatever, like that. So,
oh, man.
but yeah, that was just some dumb things, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know dumb thing too as well. And like I say, there's moments of time, back as like say when I was working there, I wasn't very bright either. I had good intentions. Had a customer come up to before, and I think I was working front register at the time, and lady comes up, wants to order a drink and everything like that, and I asked, how far along are you, thinking that she was pregnant. She was not pregnant.
Oh, that is not,
yeah.
that is a rough question.
Yeah, but like I thought I was convinced, and she like just stares at me. She's like, What do you mean? And I was like, I'm not pregnant. I was just like, no. And me, I'm panicking. I'm like, oh fuck, what do I do? I was like, she had a book in her hand. I was like, how far along are you in that book that you're reading right now? Like, and then, but she already knew like that I fucked up. I was like, oh shit. And one of my supervisors, she came over to me at the time afterwards. She's like, well, it's just like, yeah, you can't ask women that. I was
They have to say it first.
Yeah, it's like you have to wait for
it.
them to say it. Yeah, you have to know them. You just can't ask anybody that. I was like, like I say, I was like 21 at the time. So, like I said, I wasn't the brightest person. So.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, lesson learned. Yeah, all kinds of fun, weird shit happened back when I was at Starbucks.
Starbucks stories, good stories.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Of course, there was some horror ones and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, actually, I saw a live birth at a Starbucks too. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
A live
that was
birth?
crazy. Yeah, no, I'm not even shitting you guys on that one. Yeah. So one of the stores I used to work at was a 24-hour store, and it was roughly around maybe I want to say maybe between 2 and 3 a.m. in the morning, and when we just started hearing knocking on the door, like dum 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 dum, and it's just like, and I'm like, motherfuckers are going crazy again. Like, what's going on here? And everything like that. And there's like, we just hear, yo, she's about to give birth. I'm like, who? Who's about to give birth? Like, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what the labor's talking about. And so like, I don't even understand. Like, and we see like somebody that's on the lawn, and we see that like they're on the ground and they're in labor. It's like a lady, just a random person. It's like and my supervisor at the time, she runs out and she's like, oh my God. Just like, I need you to go get me some towel, hot water, and everything like that. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, by the time I ran over there, the baby's already like crowning. And I was just like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Oh my God. And yeah, it eventually ended up on the news, but my supervisor at the time, more or less delivered a baby in our parking lot.
Dude.
It was cool, but I was just like, I was so just like, I don't know what I'm looking at right now. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Wait, how old were you when this was happening?
This was I was going to say I was 23, maybe, yeah, 23, 24.
Dude.
Yeah. And
That's
so
dope,
like I said,
dude.
yeah, it was cool, man. Like I said, like, you know, we all ended up on the news. That was cool. I didn't really do anything, but we got some towels. That's about it. I didn't deliver the baby or anything like that. I was just panicking. I was like, ah!
Imagine growing up and being like, I'm a Starbucks baby.
Starbucks parking lot, baby. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Those are the work experience right there. Some of them, yeah.
Yeah.
No, those were good. I like it. I mean, I thought those were way more appropriate. If the other ones were on a different level, then you did a great job.
100%.
Good filter.
I can tell you those offline if you later.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Ira, did you find anything SFW? No, not at all.
I can't think of any, honestly.
That's fine.
Do you guys have any irrational fears or intrusive thoughts that that you'd care to explain to the crowd?
You can say irrational fears. Yeah, I mean, who doesn't have an irrational fear? You know, like, I mean, like I said, I talked about this before. You know, like my, I mean, it's not as bad, but I used to. I mean, no, it's still, you know, it's still kind of irrational. But driving on the freeway, right? That's not the irrational part. The irrational part is me sneezing on the freeway. I don't know what it is. I'm scared. So I'm just scared because, like, you know, when you sneeze, you go aha, chew, and then like you close your eyes and everything like that. And so I think my fear is just that, like, when I sneeze, and then like I'm on like the left lane, right? And next thing you know, I'm like, "Ha, choo!" And they're like, "Oh my god, I'm on the exit!" Like, "Oh god, what's going on?" Because you know, sometimes when you sneeze, you do like a little jerk and everything like that. And so,
Right.
I get scared that that I'll end up on the right side of the lane. But hence, this is where I learned how to sneeze without closing my eyes.
What?
Yeah,
Achoo.
I learned how to sneeze without the chew. Yeah, because you normally go hot chew, but like when you sneeze without the chew part, like you know, keep your eyes open, it's just like ah!
That was a bad sneeze. Hella.
This motherfucker barking, bro.
Like yeah, I'm just
Bro,
driving.
what?
Like yeah, like no, like sometimes like I'll like if I'm driving right, you'll see me go like it sounds like I'll just randomly scream. I'm just like ah. Like,
Oh, I got scared. There was a possum on the road.
like I say, yeah. So I eventually learned how to sneeze without closing my eyes. Some people say that's bad. I was like, no, your eyes can come out. I was like, I don't think that's how that works. I was like, no, that's why you close your eyes when you sneeze because all that force. I was like, yeah, I don't think that's. I don't know if that's working. I was like, did we get a fact checked on that? I don't know. But yeah, I would say that's an irrational fear of mine. So,
Seems valid to me.
yeah.
But you guys, fair, irrational.
Mm,
I put my finger on some.
I mean, I don't know if this is irrational, but like I'm deathly afraid of spiders.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arachnophobia.
But like, yeah, but like that's not like I don't think that's an irrational fear. So I don't.
What counts as an irrational? It's not something that's common, or is it something that you can't like explain to people and then they get it?
I don't know.
What counts as irrational?
That's a good question.
Like out of pocket? What is it?
Out of pocket? Clowns? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, just something that just seems out of like not ordinary. Like it's just not a common thing
Oh,
to
so
fear. Like I don't think it's common. for people to-
unconventional?
Yeah, like I say, I don't think I don't think there's many people that are scared of driving on the freeway and sneezing at the same time.
Yeah, like
It might be
extraordinary
just me.
situations.
Yeah.
What about intrusive thoughts? If you can't come up with like an irrational fear, or you can do both.
Mm-hmm.
Want something along that line that you guys try to not do?
Not shit myself.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one, bro.
Yeah, not
just sitting
shitting
in
yourself is a choice. Like,
Oh my god.
any situation, like I could just shit right now. I could do it.
Shit right now.
It's
Let me do
over.
it. I can do this.
I could end this session with
I
a fart.
don't have to hold this in.
I don't.
I should have acted on it, man. At work.
Yeah. So you did
Oh,
it.
the being like, oh, can I go home if I?
Yeah, I should have
Or just
done it,
come
man.
home. We'll
I was
see.
like-
We'll see.
I don't know. Like I think I felt like I had as a kid. I had a lot of like intrusive thoughts a lot of time too as well. Like I think I remember the time there was just like I was looking at the like stovetop, like the just like a stovetop, and I was looking at it, and it's obviously hot, right? And I'm thinking like if I touch it, will it burn? Like will it hurt? But I was like, yeah, of course it's gonna hurt. But what if I put my sleeve on my finger?
Oh no.
And touch it. And so what I did was I couldn't help it. So I was just like, all right, got my sweater, touched the stovetop. I'm like, my dad was like, what the fuck are you doing? Smacks me on my forehead. I was like, oh shit. I got like a bird like is like singed my finger, and then it was like my sweater that I had. It was a red Old Navy sweater. Wow, I can't believe I still remember that. It was a red Old Navy sweater that I had, and it was just like it's a complete sweater, but there was just this random burn hole on the sweater. Oh my god, yeah, just like that. I just did some, really dumb intrusive thoughts.
Dude.
Yeah.
I had this intrusive thought as a kid, and I acted on it. At some point, I had wet my glasses, and I was like, for whatever reason, I didn't want to wipe them. I was in the kitchen, and this also involves the stove.
No.
I was like,
No.
what if I just dried them with fire?
Dude.
So I put the stove top. I put one of the stove tops on low heat because I was smart enough to do that instead of putting it on all the way on high, full blast. And I slowly put one of the lenses close to the heat to try to get the water droplets on that lens to dry off. Little did I know I was melting the fucking lens. And I pulled the glasses away. And I was so surprised to see that my glasses were no longer 20/20 vision. And it was like the bottom right corner of that lens was like a kaleidoscope. And yeah,
Oh my god.
that was the moment
I
I
like
tried to. I had the intrusive thought of drying my glasses with the stove, and I let the thought win.
You know what an intrusive thought I had was once? That SF trip we were talking about earlier. Me even going. That was
Oh, that was like an off the cuff, like, oh, I probably shouldn't do this, but
No.
it was absolutely financially irresponsible for me to do this. But while the planning was happening, Kubz goes to me, I'll go if you go. And that sat with me
Yep.
for the rest of that night.
That's literally how it all started. Literally. That the trip didn't involve any of us, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started off with just two people and then a third. And then it came to me. I was like, yeah, Kubz, you should go too. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna go. And so I was like, Chrstn's all the way on the East Coast. There's no way he's gonna come all the way to the West Coast just to come out and hang out with us and everything. So I was like, yeah, if Chrstn goes, I'll go. And then next thing you know,
And that sat in my head for the rest of the night and into the next day. And that next morning I booked a flight.
yeah, he texts me. He's like, hey, book your flight. I was like, what? Oh my god,
man.
yeah, that snowball was unreal because then after that, ZJA, I think was it ZJA next after that point? He was just like,
Z just said if Kubz goes, I'll go.
yeah. That's what happened.
That's what really got me because I was like, so if
Yeah.
I go, that means Kubz goes, which means ZJ goes.
Yeah. That's okay, so the origin of that is like if you do it, I'll do it. That's where that
Yeah.
started. Yeah, that is literally where that started.
Yep.
Oh my god.
peer pressure at its finest,
Yeah.
at its absolute finest.
It's so funny though because he did not expect me to do it.
No, I was bluffing. 100%.
Yeah, he was bluffing. I called his bluff.
Yeah, and I realized after that point, never bluff Chrstn. At least in my case, never bluff us, man. Because I feel like I did it the second time and it didn't work out either. I was like, oh god.
Wait, what was that?
I don't remember. I think it was the second time I tried bluffing you, and then you followed through. I forgot what it was, but I feel like there was a second time, but it's all blurred in together now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I feel like
I
there's so
mean-
many other intrusive things that I don't know what it is.
I mean, for myself, I guess I have trouble with it, especially when Denise is around, especially if she likes a particular song. I have a bad habit of like, if I really enjoy a song, I'll like parody it, and like that'll be for some people that's the only version of the song that they know.
Yeah.
And so at work, there's a very beautiful song by a musician named FKJ. He's really like,
Yes.
and so there's a song that he wrote called 15 Years Later, and it goes like, 15 rows, I'm alone and playing loud. This room is on fire. It's very pretty, and like played around like his very skilled piano playing. Intrusively was like, oh, my dick is on fire. My dick is on fire. And I sang that to all of my coworkers for like 3 months. And they just thought that's how the song went. And so I would start singing the intro, and then they would all reactively sing My Dick is on Fire with me. And then Denise also thought that that's how the song went. Or at least. And so like at one point I played the song like actually for them, and they're like, man, this song is so pretty. And then halfway through they're like, holy shit, that's what I've been singing, dude. It's an abomination of the song. Like I do that with many songs, and I have like this bad habit with Denise specifically where I pick parts of songs and I'm like, I like this part. That's all I'll sing, and Denise will only hear that for 4 years. And then like 4 years later, she'll hear the whole song and be like, oh, that's where that one line came from. That one particular line. And I just have that like I do that with my coworkers, I do that with my friends, I do that with my girlfriend. That's like my intrusive thing. And I feel bad if Denise has a song she likes, because if I start singing along with it and she starts hearing me change the words, she's like, absolutely not. Not to this song. Not that I like this one. You're not doing it. I'm like, oh, okay. I just like it. For me, it's like a sign that I like the song, but for others, it's like a sign that I will torment their favorite song. So I'm like, okay, sorry, my bad. How you guys feeling?
Doing good.
Good.
You guys ever play the? Did you guys ever play the penis game?
Well, I played it today.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, because I had a coworker with like that had a mic, like a microphone.
Yeah.
And he's just like, penis, and I was like,
Penis.
I could do better than that.
Yeah,
I don't have a mic. I just have my hands. And the project manager walks in like, all right, I'm leaving. He just came in to check on our progress. He's like, nah, I'm not about this.
I was like, this is back in like high school. It was our second at like a trigonometry exam or something like that. And then I remember just with my classmate, and we were just dumbasses, you know. And so he was just like, it was just dead quiet. Everybody's taking a test, and he just looks at me. He goes, penis. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, don't do it. And he's looking at me. He's like, penis. He's just staring at me. Penis.
He's like double downing on his cards.
He's double downing. Yeah. I'm just like, penis. We just keep going back and forth, and he's just like, penis. And like I say, our teacher walked out the room for a second, so like, so we're just screaming basically at this point, and we kind of going back and forth, and the teacher walks back in, and he gets back to me. Oh fuck! And then it's just like, and we've already escalated at this point, and I'm just like, I was like, don't do it, and it's like fuck, I gotta do it, don't do it, and I'm just like, it just screams out. She's like, get out the classroom. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
I deserve that.
All right. So, oh man, yeah. Fun intrusive thoughts.
Like on that subject of like intrusive thoughts or like this in general, I think just something among bros is the idea of we can have one joke. It's like one inside joke. It could be one word, it could be one phrase, it could be a small assortment of words, and that'll be the joke for the year or the month or the week. Yeah. And you could come back to it like years later and be like, my dick's on fire. And everybody's like, yeah, it is. And I think that like, did you guys have like just any phrase? Do you have a phrase
Absolutely.
like that?
Carne.
Asada. Damn it. Like a reflex.
Christ.
I know what I want for dinner.
I don't know.
Oh man,
Baked beans.
I couldn't even
Baked
put up a
baked
face.
Baked beans.
Like beans?
Oh no.
Beans.
Oh no.
You telling me this beans? Smoked
I mean,
marijuana?
I think for all of us, if we say like, "Hey, can't end on a loss," like,
Oh
oh
God.
we're doomed. It's over. Round out the hour. Oh.
No.
No, please. It's 6 a.m.
Inducing statement.
Please.
Oh
There's
Jesus.
so many other statements. Yeah.
How you guys feeling?
They're right, man. Yeah. Yeah.
It's much cooler in my house now. Thanks, Denise. Oh, thank you. I'm not so naturally moist anymore.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't know, man. How's detention feeling for you guys?
I mean, I've been having a good time. This has been the best detention of my life.
I will say so too. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no. It's
Have you guys ever been in detention?
Actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Once.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Attention ZJA University. Saturday detention has now concluded. All students, professors, and staff are dismissed and free to go home, except for the following people:
What the fuck?
Chrstn, Kubz, Hans, Ira. Due to complaints and reports of delinquent and disruptive behavior, these professors are to meet with the dean and schedule another Saturday detention. Failure to comply will result in indefinite suspension or expulsion. That is all.
What the fuck?
What was that?
I hate detention. Just kidding. It's lit.
Shit. Does that mean
Damn,
we're
that's
gonna come back next
crazy.
week?
It's cool. It's cool. Well, we made it through one. What's another one?
Yeah, what's another?
What's another one? How about would it be? But
Guess we gotta come back for more.
Yeah, I guess
I'd be down.
I'd
be down.
Too, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Who
Yeah.
knows? We'll see.
I think that's a good place to.
It wouldn't.
wrap
It wouldn't
up.
be a bad thing at all.
Yeah, why you roll your eyes back like that?
You gotta do my dick's on fire.
My dick is on fire.
Oh my
I'm
god.
busting cream in these donuts.
No.
Hey, yo.
Okay, but I think that is a good place for us to wrap up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is. I think so.
All right.
right.
I think that was really good detention.
Yeah.
For
I had a
being
good
on
time.
detention.
Yeah.
But,
We were good. We're good kids.
Want to reintroduce yourselves one more time, and then we'll close it out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Same order?
Same order. Start with Christian.
Sure.
All right. Yo. I'm Chrstn. Actually, announcement.
Oh.
Episode 5.69 of the seminar is coming to you guys on August 29th. That is a Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific. That's 9 p.m. Eastern. I will be the subject of an interview.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, yeah, they're, all the hottest questions, hottest wings, wrong show. Never mind. I'm gonna be grilled on August 29th, so make sure to tune in. Kubz?
Yeah. Kubz, also known as Cub Scout, also known as Kubz. Yeah, like I say, you can find me at my channel, twitch.tv, Cub Scouts.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's Ira.
Go ahead.
Twitch.tv/Ira Vara. Yeah, music, booty shoots. We got
Pew pew.
Hans.
Yeah, you can find us streaming on Hans and Denise. That could be for Twitch, or if you want to look up our music on YouTube, go ahead. Sometimes I stream on Little ARCY or RC. Just stream RuneScape content. So thanks for having us.
All right, from all of us here at the seminar and ZJA University, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Adios.